Indeed, thank you very much, Michael. I am a tired man. But let me ask this question. Has anybody ever been in a situation that has been completely unexpected and not known how to respond? Just raise your hand. Absolutely. I'm glad I'm not alone, because the reality is, as a dad who has 5 kids, on a daily basis, I face the unexpected. I face somebody pooping on my shoe. That did happen. I face somebody taking off their trousers in the middle of a public station and me having to rush to go and figure it out. It's those moments that people say define us, but actually I believe it's how you define those moments that make the biggest difference. And I want to take you to a particular moment in time that's most memorable to me in San Francisco. Who's ever been in San Francisco? It's a beautiful place, the sun is shining. I'm in a boardroom, the most important meeting of my life. There's a long mahogany table, there are executives sitting at the end, and I have a briefcase. A briefcase with every piece of information I need to wow them. And I'm ready. I'm absolutely ready to wow them. And I open up this briefcase, and suddenly a flood of green, blue, pink, and yellow hair fall onto the table in form of My Little Ponies. Now, I'm not sure if you've ever known about My Little Ponies, but they're very colorful, very, very colorful horses that 5-year-old girls would play with. Now, clearly in an executive meeting, what is a man of my stature doing with 6 My Little Ponies in my briefcase? I was absolutely mortified. But in that moment, I heard the words of a guy named Roger Babson. He was an American economist, and he said, if things go wrong, don't go with them. In fact, do something completely different and allow yourself a moment to think. And so I did. But before I go to say exactly what I did do, it's actually really interesting. I find myself looking out into the world and seeing lots of people like you and I, are making decisions, deciding to become people who are different, deciding to become people who can redefine situations that seem insurmountable. We look at the Americans and we see Trump and we see people crying on the side of Hillary, who lost. And people on the other side are standing right in the middle thinking, I see hope here. I see something different. What's the difference between these people who are crying and these people who aren't? How did they redefine the situation? Or when you look back in Haiti and the terror that took place, and I saw images of a woman who saw her house completely destroyed, but yet she still saw a home. She saw hope. She saw an opportunity. What she thought, or what we thought might be an obstacle, she saw an opportunity. Why did she redefine that moment? How could we take those moments and redefine them? So I started to think about this. And a guy named Jim Rohn, who I admire completely, said these specific words. Don't wish things were easier, wish that you were better. And actually there's something in those words that really could be an encouragement to us. In fact, this whole place of becoming better is that choice. That in those moments that seem insurmountable, in those places where it feels really uncomfortable, we can choose to be better. We can choose to be somebody different. And so I found myself in the boardroom with My Little Ponies spread across the table, and 5 executives looking squarely in my face thinking, this guy better have a really good excuse. So the first thing that came to mind was, guys, how many of you have grandchildren? This is what I said. They all raised their hands. Yeah, we all have grandchildren. I said, great. I brought you guys a gift. And so I handed out these My Little Ponies one by one. I said, you make sure your granddaughter knows that I, Jermaine Edwards, came prepared. Prepared to make sure you look like a champion in front of your grandchildren. And in that moment, I didn't realize that I had the capacity to think that quickly. But I had to redefine the moment and see a new opportunity. See, what I thought would be my destruction became the very, very thing that got me a 6-figure deal with executives in a room. In fact, they said to me, Jermaine, I've never experienced a presentation like this before. And I said, you're damn right. You're probably never going to see a presentation like this in your life. But I'm encouraged because I know that in those moments, I have now a resting place. Whenever I see something unexpected, I can go back to that moment and think, Jermaine, if you can do that, why not do this? Why not redefine this other moment? And so I say to you, what moments will you redefine? What places could you go back to and begin to reshape your perspective and change what was an obstacle into an opportunity? It's not what happens that really, really matters. It's how you begin to define those moments. Thank you.